What's up, everybody? Welcome. It's Thursday night. You know what that means? The lore games. First lore games after Gobble Gobble Day. That's pretty good.
I got something you can gobble.
Oh, God.
I was looking at Romel as I said that, and I realized I walked into a big fucking trap.
What? When you say gobble gobble, why are you looking at me?
Because you're pretty. You sure do got a pretty mouth.
So, yeah, I want to tell everybody what we were doing. He's choking. Romel's choking.
We're going to play Deliverance, and it's Romel's turn to be Ned Beatty.
No, it's not a thing.
Todd's favorite movie.
Yeah, all time. Yeah, it gives me nightmares. It's like it reminds me of my childhood. Anyway, so
Shit.
Oh, boy.
I just want to tell people before we jump in, and I want to let people know what we were actually just looking at off screen, off camera in the green room. We were checking out the original comic stuff. We saw. I gave the group a preview of Flint's Chromium edition, the original Art 101, and the Blacklight edition. What'd you guys think?
I'm fully erect.
Yeah.
I'm right behind Avery, but I'm more like the windsock measurement. So
Oh.
yeah, you know,
I'm not good enough for you?
it's got that stiffness, but it's still malleable.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Semi.
Fair enough. But that's really just due to girthiness, really. At the end of the day. Yeah. I'm glad we're starting off on the right foot.
You're welcome.
Post Thanksgiving, Romel's broken twice now. He's had to turn off his camera twice. We've been on screen for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Romel's already lost it twice. I love it. Oh man. Well, welcome back, everybody. I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving. And yeah, we're gonna have to. I can't wait. I'm interested to see what we can do tonight. Let me pull up lore games here. Give me 1 second. Let's see. It's over here, and we're going to just pop it open. And there we go. Alrighty. Let me switcheroo some of these things. There we go. Oh, get some people up here. All right. So, Andrew, how are you, sir?
Very tired, but I'm here.
Right on.
I probably have the wrong mic on, don't I?
No, you sound good.
Sound good?
Yeah, your mic good, Andrew.
Yeah, let me switch mics real quick.
Don't mess up your mic. Your mic sounds great.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's right. All right, let's do some intros, and then we'll jump into some creation and some other amazing things. So first to my this way, we have the one, the only Andrew Charper, purveyor of Misfit Corner comics and Misfit Corner scams, retailer of one of the best comic shops in Jacksonville, Florida, located at the Beach Boulevard Flea Market. It is my preferred comic shop anytime I am in the state, and that is no joke. It is awesome. I love that shop, and anytime I can get my hands on a bunch of books, I do so. What's up, Andrew? How are you?
Not bad. Yeah, and if you're only buzzing through the city, I'll actually meet you and deliver stuff to you.
This is true. Andrew, I got to see Andrew briefly as we were zooming in there, and he delivered the John Paulion Artist Edition book. Romel, have you had a chance to see the John Paulion Artist Edition book?
I have not.
You remember John Paulion's work, right?
I do.
You remember him?
Yes.
Dude, hold on. I got a drawer right here.
Yeah. Well, when John Paulion died, he still had all his pages from Wintermen.
Yeah. So Wintermen. Look at this. So Wintermen was John Paulion's creator-owned book. Was it a DC? Did it come out by DC?
It was at DC, yeah.
It was DC, but it was basically his own creator-owned book, and it was his, according to him, before he passed, it was his favorite work that he had done. It was like the work that he was most happy with, and he owned all the pages. He never sold a single one, and so his wife, along with some of his friends, they created the artist edition book. Let me show you this thing real quick. I'm gonna pin myself here so we can see this, because I'm gonna show Ramel this, because he's gonna die.
It's so good.
So this is the book, right? And this is like the original art. Like this is one of one original art, right? Like, dude, this thing has some of the most beautiful work I've ever seen on any comic. Isn't that crazy?
It looks great.
I wish I could hold it up more, but the thing weighs a ton. It's just every page is just perfectly graphic and perfectly designed. It's the craziest shit I've ever seen. Like, I don't know if it's really shown up on camera, but like,
no, it's still really readable because it's so simple and graphic.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
It almost kind of reminds me slightly of John Romita Jr. kind of, sort of.
Kinda.
So far as in the dedication to blacks and whites.
Yeah.
Like that.
It's just everything is like perfectly balanced. And then let's see if I can find the back. I'll show you some of his covers. Like, yeah, like look at his. Here's check this out. Like, look at his pencils, dude.
Yeah.
Like, bro, what? Isn't that crazy?
Both pages.
Yeah, it's great. Dude, the guy was amazing.
Yeah, he was a genius. And then like his sketches, and then they got a bunch of artists to like look at his page layouts, dude. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Isn't that crazy? So, highly recommend it if you can get it. And I think like 100% of it goes to the family to support, his wife and stuff. Galaxy said, "Love that pop of that red on that previous page." Yeah, it's a really well designed book. So yeah, highly recommend it. Props to Andrew for picking it up and ordering him at his local comic shop. So, like I said, best store in Florida for real. Yeah, we'll keep going with the lineup. So next to Andrew, Ramel Davis, storyteller extraordinaire, future filmmaker and director. How are you, man? How was everything?
Oh God, dude, my Thanksgiving sucked. Recovering from food poisoning.
You didn't eat like what was it Dusty had? I talked to Dusty like a month ago, and he was like, "I'm not feeling well. Like I'm sick. I think I got food poisoning." I was like, "What'd you do?" He went and he got a $1 egg roll at like the Jiffy Mart or something.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, that story.
Yeah, like you don't get Chinese food at a dollar gas station, bro. Like you don't do that. Like that's not something you do.
Oh boy, yeah.
It's gonna give you a bad time.
Yeah, like I could have saved you some trouble, man. Like
That's what I'm trying to hold it together tonight.
Yeah, like you don't eat the tuna fish sandwich from the gas station either.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's like finding a used sandwich in the far corner of a city bus and being like, "Oh, that looks good."
How could this go wrong?
Yeah, this is gonna be great.
It'll be fine.
This will be fine.
Yeah.
Penicillin's good for me.
I found a bag of Taco Bell in a truck stop toilet. How could this go wrong?
Oh God! Yes. Well, I'm sorry. You look well. At least you look like you're in good spirits, man. So you feeling better?
Yeah. I'm like 99.99999% better. However, I'm still getting like these vertigo dizzy spells. Like I was really bad at the height of it to where I really couldn't get out of bed. But like today's Thursday, I'm up driving, went to work, worked a full day, so I'm 0.999. I still got to set a doctor's appointment, but nothing to worry about.
Awesome, dude. I'm glad you're feeling better.
And I made the top row this week, so
That's right.
I'm never on top. I'm always at bottom. Shut up. Shut up.
Here, I think.
Don't nobody say shit.
There you go.
No. Please put him on below me, please.
Oh man. Well, I moved him up. I might.
He may be a bottom, but he's a power bottom. So.
Power bottom.
Show us those muscles. Come on.
I moved him up. I might as well say hi to him. Please welcome the crazy technological creative genius of adult fantasy, co-founder of adult fantasy, Flint. How the heck are you, man?
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I'm next now.
Yeah, I moved Andrew because,
I'm playing.
Why not?
No, man, I'm doing real good. Happy to be here.
Andrew's making a pose. I don't understand. What was Andrew doing?
I don't know.
He
Just
flexed.
moving my camera.
Oh, okay. Because he was like this, and I'm like,
I was like, hello?
yeah, it's just weird.
Way back.
Yeah, I know he froze for a minute, but he's just.
So you want to raise his hand in class and say something?
That's right. All right. Well, welcome, Flint. Glad to see you. I'm glad you had a great Thanksgiving, and yeah, man. Dude, I know we're teasing, but the Origin comic Chromium edition and the original art and the blacklight look freaking amazing, man. It's really.
I can't wait for everybody to see it.
It's looking really hot, man. It's looking really hot.
Yeah.
So good.
All right. Awesome. And right below me is the one, the only Studio 7.62, aka Avery Butterworth, aka Artist Extraordinaire. You know him. You know his work from White Wolf Publishing, Heavy Metal Magazine, Image Comics. He's also the artist of the Origin comic and side of the Ashcan too. What's up, brother? How you doing?
All bricked up, man.
Yeah.
Their chromium looks good, boy.
It looks pretty crazy, man. What's up, Dusty? Dusty's in chat. How you
Hey,
doing, man?
there he is.
Hey,
So Dusty, really quick, I was trying to explain, since you're in chat, I was trying to explain to people that like this is the one day a year where people in California are allowed to celebrate Christmas or something. I'm not really sure. You're able to go check out Christmas lights or something. What's that story? You have to put that in chat because I butchered it, I'm sure. But anyway, welcome, Dusty. How you doing? With us in spirit, if not in his physical corporal form. Anyway, welcome, Avery, as well. And center square towards the bottom there. What's up, Zach? How are you? Zachary Arbella, 13-time fantastic fantasy novelist, also the writer. His 14th book happens to be adult fantasy. How you doing, man?
I'm okay. I'm styling. I'm filing. I'm shibby shiling. I'm making up shit as I go along because I have no idea what I'm saying.
As are we all. Awesome, man. Did you have a decent Thanksgiving?
No, actually, I had the flu for
Oh no
week. So it's good. It's good we missed the session because all you would have heard from me was a lot of hacking and moaning about how I hate my body and will please someone to put me on my misery already.
Awesome. Yeah, man. It's crazy out there. I was actually reading an article today actually that said that like so many people got the flu like in this last like week or two or something. It's been crazy. But yeah, that's well, I'm glad you're feeling, but you feeling better?
More or less, I got a bit of a cough, so if I don't talk that much, it's because not because I have nothing to say, just because I'm trying not to hack up all over my screen.
I understand. I completely understand. Listen, we will take that into consideration. Awesome. Well,
Much.
I am so glad we are all back together. I am going to be popping up. Let's hop on the stream right now. Let's go. Andrew, you're the king of pithy recaps.
Yes, I even took notes.
Oh shit! All right.
Yeah. Okay. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
No. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Let me see if I can get this right the first time, okay? Might take a couple of times. After the members of a team of scientists lose their cushy positions at the University of New York City, they decide to become entrepreneurs to wage a high-tech battle with the supernatural for money. They stumble upon a gateway to another dimension, a doorway that will release evil upon the city. The scientists must now save New York from complete destruction. Does that sound about right?
Wait, what?
All right. Let me try again. That was a little too far-fetched.
Which movie references this that
We'll see if you can figure it out. We'll see if you can
Yeah, it's
figure
like
it out.
Avengers.
Just before the destruction of their planet, scientists send their infant son on a spaceship to Earth. Raised by kindly farmers, the young man discovers the source of his superhuman power
Ghostbusters.
And moves to the big city to fight evil.
Dr. Funk said it was Ghostbusters 2.
Actually, it was 1, but that's okay. All right, here's a good one. This is the last one. I won't screw around anymore after this. See if you guys can figure this one out. A brilliant and gifted young man, born into a great dynasty beyond his understanding, must travel to the most dangerous planet in the universe to ensure the future for his family and his people. A malevolent force explodes into conflict over the planet's exclusive supply of the most precious resource in existence. Only those who can conquer their own fear will survive.
Oh.
Oh, hell if I know.
Wait.
Well, the first thing that popped in my head was Flash Gordon.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but he was a quarterback, so
he wasn't brilliant.
Yeah. And he was back in the New York Jets of all things.
Yeah, honestly, Romel, this is one I thought you'd peg right away.
I should, and I'm just
Romel pegs lots of things, but
Dr. Funk got it. Funk got it.
Oh, Dune.
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
Life must flow.
Oh, come on.
God.
Yeah, I should have got that.
All right.
Yeah, me too.
You know what? If you guys had fun with this, maybe we'll make this an ongoing thing and see if I can stump you guys next time.
I dig it.
I'm sepulchral right now for not knowing that.
I know.
Yeah, I'm really upset with myself.
You should.
It's one of my all-time favorite movies too. Like I love.
Yeah.
I love the book, and I love Scott's version of it too. Like, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
I literally just rewatched the new movie for like the 80th time. Like 2 days ago. I'm very upset with myself.
I like it because it fleshes out the plot a little bit better than the original did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was really good. Dusty says, correct. Big Christmas display across an entire neighborhood starts today. Starting tomorrow, no walking through the neighborhood, driving only, and it's like a 4-hour traffic cluster. So
we have that down the street from us.
So today is the only day you can go walking and see it.
That's real dumb.
Yeah, that's really silly. KG says, late again, what'd I miss?
Pure degeneracy.
Dr. Funk has the 6-hour bootleg of the Lynch version. Oh, I said Scott. I meant Lynch. I'm an idiot. Sorry, it's late. Dude, I haven't seen that. I've been looking for the 6-hour bootleg because that's the one that I remember. But anytime I go to look for it, all I can find is the 2-hour one.
Because I think they had it was a special edition, and if like fans of the movie, like a friend of mine, his parents were like fanatics about the movie, and they had that extra long, just all kind of shit on that.
I remember. I don't remember half of it, but I do remember they had it. And it might be just my memory as kind of fading because it's been so long, but I swear that the first time that I saw Dune, it was a week-long event on regular television, and that's why it was the 6-hour event. It was a 6-hour bootleg cut. I swear that they had like an hour and a half a night for the entire week, and it was like a 4 or 5 night thing.
No, there is a TV movie version of Doom.
But it wasn't. I don't think it was the TV version though, because this was spread out over multiple nights, right? It wouldn't have been like a 2-hour. They wouldn't have done like 30 minutes a night. It could be my memory. You know what I mean? But man, that 6-hour bootleg. I'm curious, Dr. Funk. Do you actually watch it? Have you watched it in a while? I'd be curious about that. I can't remember. I misremember the nuance of like all the stuff that they cut out. But while we're thinking about that, Andrew, what about the real recap of where we are?
Quickly derailed the stream.
No, it's great.
For the win.
That is excellent.
Wait, I have to interrupt. Since we're going on pop culture references, anybody caught on to my name this week?
Hot, hotter, hottest?
Yes.
I was trying to think about it, but I couldn't.
It's not difficult.
You got me.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Avery. Avery's asleep.
What?
I was trying to see did anybody go onto my pop culture reference. I always reference a movie in my name.
I don't know. You're telling me, man. I was trying to figure it out because I kind of been picking up on that, but I can't remember.
I'll give you a hint. It's 80s muscle movies.
Oh shoot. Hottest.
I probably should know it, but
You should know it, Avery. Too much time. Action.
Wait. I'm just gonna
Is
throw
it Action Jackson?
something
Real?
random out. I'm just gonna throw something out. Why not? Sylvester Stallone, Cobra.
No.
Okay.
I think Avery got it. I think
Action
Avery.
Jackson.
Oh yeah. Okay. From the flamethrower, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we watched that scene one time.
Yeah.
How do you like your ribs?
Yeah. How do you like your ribs?
Oh, dude, I just watched this video. This guy's up on this tower and he jumps off with supposed to be a parachute, but it doesn't open. They said the snow broke his fall. Oh, dude.
Oh, wow.
The same thing happened to Wolverine when I was at Marvel, and I got in trouble because they had him jump out of a plane. They pushed him out of a plane without a parachute, and he landed in the snow. And then like his healing factor was supposed to like heal him up. And so I wanted to do an animated spot. I did the storyboards for it where they push him out of a plane, and then you zoom in into Wolverine's intestines, and you see like this Wolverine poo like come out. Basically, I had him shit himself. Like it was like a South Park poo.
I wonder why they didn't like it.
The poo had like a little Wolverine mask.
And never understand why they didn't like it.
I don't know why they didn't. They didn't understand the genius vision that I was putting out.
They didn't have to push you out of a window after that, did they?
Although it did. Half the fun was getting like my boss at the time, the senior vice president of digital or whatever. Like it's not often you have like this major executive at Marvel say, "Todd, we can't have Wolverine shit himself." In like a board meeting, I'm like, why not? It's so funny.
Yeah, it's like they hired a guy who used to do like Cartoon Network, Adult Swim stuff. What do you think he's gonna do?
You know what I'm saying?
Like, what do you think he's gonna do? It's not gonna be like rainbows and ponies. It's gonna be weird.
It's gonna be strange. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right. 30 minutes into the show.
And we're
Andrew.
talking about Wolverine shitting himself. That's perfect. Fantastic.
Andrew, what the hell are we doing here?
Well, we're working on a story in which a young, up-and-coming detective gets offered the opportunity to go undercover into a prison to solve not only a crime, but his own father's murder. Unbeknownst to him, he's being set up. He goes into this prison only to find out it's actually a supermax supervillain prison. And he has to find a way to survive. He has to find a way to make it through the end, figure out the crime that's happening, the very disgusting underground crime that's taking place. And I mean, 2 words for you: prison wallet. And there's more nefarious evil happening around him, and he has to actually cross over to the other side in order to make it out of the other end. Very much like Prison Wallet. So, yep, that's where we are.
Awesome. MK says, late to the party, just finished teaching. Got you guys in the background on the ride home. And then he says, and apparently arrived just in time.
Beautiful.
It's typical.
You know how we roll.
Yeah. Although MK and KG, I will tell you guys, since you guys missed it, I think Dr. Funk was here. Like, in the green room, right before the show, I showed the rest of the panel Flint's incredible work on the Origin comic Chromium edition, the original Art 1-of-1s, and the Blacklight edition. What do you, just because MK and KG just hopped in, real quick, what did you guys think of what it looked like?
It's Amaze Tits.
I'll take it.
It's fantastic. Right. Wonderful. I love it.
It's bonkers, man. It's bonkers. I know. So KG says, "Oh, come on, not fair."
It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, soon. I promise.
Yes.
Only teasing because we love you and because Flint's a madman with it, and it's just
my nipples are still hard.
It's really good, man. The chromium looks legit like chromium, and the blacklight is like, I don't even know, dude. Like I don't know how I genuinely don't know how the hell you did that. So
it's wonderful. I love it.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, I hate to disrupt again, but Marvel just released the first trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and the opening scene, they land on a planet of furries.
Do they really?
I saw that trailer today. Today must have been major trailer day.
Yeah, did you see the Transformer one?
Saw that too.
Freaking-tastic.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Oh yeah.
I got one for you guys. Right? I got one, and then we'll actually get to work. But did you guys?
And we're ready to wrap up.
I know. See you next week, folks. I mean, whatever. It's after Thanksgiving. We're fine. But did you guys actually get to see? Did you guys see? So Dr. Funk says he saw the new Transformers trailer. I didn't even know it was out. I gotta see it. Did you guys see Coke Bear?
I've seen that trailer.
Yeah.
Which one?
And Ramel sent it to me also.
I'm legit. Dude. No irony. I'm so excited for that movie.
I know why. I was gonna say there's only one movie I'm looking forward to, and that's the next John Wick. But okay, I want to see that too.
Coke Bear.
Yeah.
So Andrew
threw me. Remember at the end where he's all coked up and he's chasing that ambulance. It's going to maybe 60, and he leaps.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be.
Would you like to tell Andrew what the trailer of Coke Bear is basically? It's actually what the best part. Wait. I will say. Wait. Let me do the setup. The only thing that got me, was that they actually, because it's not a comedy, it's a horror movie, but it's also comedy or something. Because at the very beginning it says based on a true story.
Yes, which it actually is. Obviously, they're taking a lot of liberties, but there was a bear that ate a whole lot of cocaine, and it was a whole news story, and that's the true story that they're basing this whole thing on.
All right, I'm watching the trailer now.
Nice.
That trailer sent me down a rabbit hole of watching bear attack videos.
Why? Yeah, why would you do that to yourself?
So let me drop a quick synopsis for
yes.
Basically, you have these transporters. I guess they're transporting cocaine from a plane, and they have to drop their load or whatever. They lose their load over a forest or whatever. So you have like literally kilos of cocaine spread out throughout the forest. And so a bear gets a hold of a kilo of cocaine and ingests it. So he's geeked up off his ass, and that's where the story comes in.
Is that
Yeah.
Kerry Russell? No way.
Yep.
And it's Ray Liotta's final movie.
Oh wow. Okay, I'll watch it.
Oh. Final movie or not, I'm watching that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down.
If you
But
make a movie like that, you have to put "I Wrestled a Bear Once" on your soundtrack, though.
dude, yeah, I'm a little mad. I'm a little mad that I didn't come up with the concept because that sounds like such
It's brilliant.
It's brilliant.
You know what? You know where I think they got that from? Have you ever watched the movie Rampage? Where Rampage was actually a pretty good movie with The Rock.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Where they were like,
It's a guilty pleasure. It's definitely a guilty pleasure.
it wasn't a bad movie. It was actually entertaining, especially in the first 20 minutes, how they set everything up. But if you pay attention, that's similar to Cocaine Bear. However, if you substitute the experimental whatever they had in orbit that fell to Earth, substitute that with a kilo of cocaine, you got Cocaine Bear.
I know. I as funny as it is, I feel like there's a competition between Cocaine Bear and Black Adam. I feel like it's like it should have been DC. It should have been a movie that DC put out.
I actually saw Black Adam a few days ago.
What'd you think? Did you like it? Tell me about it.
It was far from it was entertaining. First off, it wasn't a great movie, but it kept you entertained.
Hell of a lot better than Black Panther 2.
Really?
God, yes.
I hadn't seen that yet.
Really? Okay. I won't say anything more.
Well, this is interesting because Andrew and Ramel, you know this. So for those that aren't familiar with Andrew's history with superhero movies,
Oh, jeez.
Andrew likes every superhero. Like there's very like anytime I would be like, man, that movie was kind of crap. He'd be like, I loved it. So for him to come out and be like, I don't know, man, that was pretty terrible. It's got to be pretty freaking bad, in my opinion. I don't know. I haven't seen it, but it seems like it's pretty bad.
Like Roger Corman, Fantastic Four, bad.
No, it wasn't that bad. It was just, it starts off on a bad foot like 2 minutes into the movie. You're like, what? What? It just, and it doesn't get better. I just thought it was, I thought it was a waste of 2 hours.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that I don't know why they didn't have Boseman's character like die in a hail of bullet fire, like saving the universe from Galactus or something. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Dr. Funk says he couldn't stand all the quick cuts and the action scenes in Black Adam.
I did enjoy the exchange between Black Adam and Hawkman, but we all know Black Adam would have bodied him in seconds. But anyway.
Well, yeah. When you're a man with giant hawk wings, you're pretty much a target.
Yeah, going against a god, that doesn't match up well.
You're probably going to lose.
Yeah.
So when we left off, 34 minutes in, guys.
I did watch the Super Sons animated movie.
Oh, I didn't watch that. Is that any good?
Yeah, dude, it's real good. Super Sons is great. It's kind of wholesome. It's not a lot of stuff that's like real degenerate and disgusting. It's really good. I liked it.
Because I actually sat down. I have it on my app, but I was a little too tired to even watch it, so I haven't watched it. But
It's good.
Well,
I
DC
recommend it.
always make better animated movies than live action movies, which I can't understand. But oh well.
Did they just have a bear sniff cocaine off of somebody's severed leg?
Yeah.
Oh, you're watching the trailer?
Yeah, I'm watching it bits by bit.
That is exactly what's happened.
Yeah, hey Todd, I put that link of that guy jumping off the thing in private chat. It's very Wile E. Coyote. it's real life Wile E. Coyote.
I can't wait. I'll check it.
Yeah, I mean, I understand not showing it on stream, but just everybody watch that. It's life imitating art, man.
Oh,
Anyway,
He shouldn't have bought the Acme parachute.
I'm falling into my own distraction pit. I better get out of it.
I'm gonna have to figure out a way to convince my wife to go see that movie.
Which one?
The Cocaine Bear.
Go with Mike.
No, I go every week with the wife to see movies. We go every Tuesday,
Okay.
except this past Tuesday because we weren't up for it. But
I think somebody was. I was having this conversation. Now we're gonna have like a surge of people feeding bears cocaine now.
As long as they record it, I'm for it.
Yeah.
I want to see him get mauled.
It's like the number of cocaine related bear attacks are up.
KG says, "Oh look, the stream turned into the lore movie reviews." And Galaxy Rider
Yeah,
says
we're
they kind of dig
speedrunning
the
today.
reviews, and then KG said, "Yeah, me too." So they're taking the movie reviews. Hey, what up, J-Rod? He's tuning in a bit before his Muay Thai training
Nice.
because J-Rod just like gets off work and then beats the hell out of people.
As
What's
you
up,
do.
J-Rod? How you doing? J-Rod's music, pushing out music out there. It's freaking phenomenal. Everyone should check it out. It's bringing back the like early '90s beats. It's pretty good stuff. What? So they want to hear more reviews. What other reviews do we have, guys? Okay, so let me ask you this before we jump in, because we should hop in Lord Games or whatever. It's also like after Thanksgiving and we're all chill and it's been a minute since we've seen each other, so whatever, man. It's all good. Tell me about the Transformers trailer, because I didn't even know it existed.
well,
Yeah, I didn't even know it was.
Rise of the Beasts has Beast War characters. Optimus Primal, or whatever his name was.
Uh-huh.
Cheetor. And it's got a really good looking female Transformer, which is something they don't always do very well, but she actually looks really good. I'm not sure if it's RC or not, but she looks really good.
Awesome. They're bringing they're putting RC in there.
I'm
Is
not sure if it is RC or not, but there's a fantastic scene with Mirage doing one of the things Mirage used to do all the time.
Okay.
He's in a car mode and he's running from the police, and all of a sudden he has 4 holograms of himself surrounding him, right? And then he go to an exit, and 2 of the cars go this way, 2 of the cars go this way, and one of the car continues to go straight, and the cop's behind the car in the middle, and all of a sudden the car disappears, and all it is the water barricades, and the cop car goes slamming into it. And it's like, that's awesome.
Oh,
That's
that,
pretty
But
cool.
that was something Mirage did in the
Yeah.
cartoon all the time, was Mirage of himself.
Is
And I
it
don't think they've ever done that before. So
is it Michael Bay?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's Michael Bay. But one thing I kind of noticed, I don't know if it's just me, but I think they kind of simplified the action a little bit, because in the previous Transformers, which great visuals, but there was so much going on at one time, you really couldn't lock in to the actual figures fighting. You don't know what was going on because there's so many different moving parts. I think what they did was they kind of simplified the visuals just a little bit.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. I obviously haven't seen the trailer, but I pulled it up on Google, and that's the first thing that I noticed. Like Optimus looks kind of like as close to a G1 Optimus as you could get, while keeping it into their more realistic looking. They're more
Well,
realistic
one of the other cool things is at the end of the trailer they tease Megatron's voice, but you don't see him. And in Beast Wars, Megatron was a T-Rex, so that could be awesome.
Oh, that could be cool.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and Dinobot was like a raptor.
Yep.
Interesting.
Well, one thing I was kind of disappointed was I think in the last Transformers, one of the last ones, not the Bumblebee one, they teased that there was a one of those buried in the earth that was like kind of surfacing, the Hornets from Hell or something like that. Y'all remember that?
Wait, and it wasn't the base?
I don't know. They hinted towards something, but I couldn't follow.
Yeah, I kind of fell out in the movie. On the movie side, I fell out after like the second one. Or I never got into the Transformer like a Michael Bay run, only because I'm so tied to G1, the animated originals. You know what I mean? Like after like Transformers the movie 1986, I kind of was like, you can't beat that. So it's still one of the best animated movies of all time in my opinion.
I'm just waiting for the Transformers G.I. Joe live action crossover directed by Michael Bay, because at that point a giant time warp will open and we'll be transported back to the 1980s for better and for worse.
You're probably not far off from being correct, dude. Like I could totally see that happen. I mean look, if James Cameron can bring back Avatar for some reason, like wait, okay, quick poll, because we've been talking about this and like internally, like raise a hand or voices for those that aren't on camera. Like, does anyone actually care about Avatar, like to go see it?
No,
absolutely.
Nah. I mean, I'll watch it at some point. But
never saw the original. Don't care about the sequel.
My wife and I went and saw it. We saw it in regular 2D, and we told my father-in-law when he was still with us that it was a good movie. So he went and saw it in 2D by himself, and he left the theater going, "Holy crap, that was an awesome movie. Everybody needs to see it, and we need to see it in 3D." So he paid for the whole entire family to go see the movie again in 3D, and that is a movie that was made to be seen in 3D. Mm-hmm. And my mother-in-law, who does not like that type of movie at all, she's the last movie she went with us to see was the Elvis Presley movie. Okay, when she saw the trailer for this movie, she's like, "We need to go see it."
Oh, okay.
It's a family affair because of the father-in-law.
So you're seeing it. So you're really seeing it more out of like love and a memory of your own a family event than actually giving a shit about Avatar.
No, we still like the movie too. Mm. My wife's one of her things was she really wanted to go to the Avatar land that they have. Either it's at Universal or Disney. I forget who has it, but it'll probably never happen because part of the ride is like a roller coaster, and she can't do roller coaster anymore. And it was rather disappointing because she really wanted to be able to go and experience that because we enjoyed the movie so much.
Is the new Avatar? Does the new Avatar? Is it 3D?
I think there's a 3D version, but our eyes are so bad as aging adults that we would go see it in 2D. No matter whether it was.
Imagine that. Yeah, you just don't do a 3D movie, have it be a blockbuster, and then just come back with a sequel that's of a lesser quality. So I would almost guarantee you that there's a 3D option. What I was unaware of is that the first Avatar is a copy and paste of the movie Fern Gully
and Pocahontas.
Yeah, I've never seen either one of those, so that may be the reason why I enjoyed so much. Because I have nothing, I don't have a better comparison.
Yeah, Pocahontas. Like, there's actually you can actually watch a comparison video between Pocahontas and Avatar, and it's pretty funny, like shot for shot kind of stuff. KG says that Avatar was hands down the best 3D he ever saw. Yeah, it was pretty
3D
good.
is
It was
excellent.
a movie made to be seen in 3D.
Yeah,
Where
Well,
anything
made
that it
like
came
with
out
at the time. At the time, wasn't it made with like the world's first 3D camera or something like that? Like
there was a lot of
Something like
groundbreaking technology in that movie. Yeah, it was meant to be seen in 3D. But
well, maybe I hope it has a decent run. If for no other reason than I actually like trilogies. You know, I like the idea of trilogies. I just don't know if
well,
if
supposedly
Avatar
they
has it.
filmed the next two at the same time as this one. So the majority of the photography is already the majority of the filming is already done for the next two movies.
Okay, that's why it took 10 years then, is because he actually went ahead and filmed everything. Golly, that's crazy. That's awesome.
I think one of the biggest disappointments so far as sequel wise is with the original Flash Gordon. If y'all remember the ending scene in Flash Gordon,
Yeah.
where they disposed of Ming, his power ring was left, and somebody picked up his power ring.
Yep.
With a maniacal laugh.
Yep.
I thought that was one of the biggest misses ever, because you could have easily done a sequel of Flash Gordon.
Well, I thought it was just like Ming hadn't been killed or something.
Oh no, Ming was dead.
Because he was tossed on. Was he tossed on the spikes and then he melted or something, right? Was that him? Was that how they ended him?
What happened was Gordon was in the movie.
Yeah.
Flash Gordon's ship was hurling towards Ming's palace, and they dropped the shields, and
That's right. It went right through him. That's right.
Yeah, Ming turned to run and then got impaled. Then he went to use his power ring, and his power ring failed him. And I forgot what happened. And yeah, that's when he force disappeared or whatever.
Right. Man. That's one of my all-time favorite movies too. That's up there.
It's entertaining, but watching it now kind of makes you cringe at certain points.
Oh, it's horrible, I'm sure, but it's like it's still cheeseball fun, you know?
Well, the story behind that is that George Lucas originally wanted to do a Flash Gordon movie, but the estate that owned it, whoever owned the movie rights wouldn't give it to him, so he ended up making that's why he ended up making Star Wars.
Really?
And basically, Flash Gordon was made because in the wake of Star Wars, there was a big, everybody realized, holy shit, sorry, listeners, holy crap, there's money in them. There are, sci-fi hills. So that's why you got the original Battlestar Galactica. That's why you got, it was supposed to be the start of a franchise. They figured, hey, if George Lucas made, money off of a Flash Gordon ripoff, we can do better with the original thing. Of course, Star Wars. Well, I mean, the fact is, if you watch the original Star Wars today, it's starting to show its age really badly in a lot of ways, but it's still watchable.
Mm-hmm.
Flash Gordon, I love that movie because I'm a big Queen fan, but no, and also Brian Blessed playing Voltan, is like hamming it up like crazy. But no,
Voltan. I remember Voltan. What else was he in? The character.
He's been in a lot of stuff. The only one that comes to mind at the moment is the Kenneth Branagh version of Henry V. He was in that, and he was in a bunch of other. He must have been a British actor, but the problem is basically Flash Gordon flopped because yes, it was a big sci-fi boom, but there's only so much cheese people can eat before they get lactose.
Well, it really does. It really does show, and I always thought this too. Like, it really does show how good Lucas was when you look at the other sci-fi movies that came out before and after it. Right? Like, you had Star Wars, but then you had Flash Gordon. Disney did Black Hole, right? Like, do you guys remember Black Hole?
Yeah.
Right?
The black hole, yeah.
Oddly enough, I remember Black Hole.
Yeah, but it's like that was Disney's attempt at Star Wars, right?
And none of them were as good.
And none of them. They were all cheesy as hell. What's the full movie title for Black Hole? It's
Just the black hole, I believe.
the Black Hole. Yeah, the Black Hole. Like,
Come out before Star Wars?
what's that?
Didn't the black hole come out before Star Wars?
I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I thought the Black Hole was made as a kind of like, to your point, Flash Gordon. Like, it was made afterwards as like.
Yeah, 1979 it came out. Yeah, no, there was like a big sci-fi boom. That's why you had Flash Gordon. That's why you had Krull. That's what
Roll, yeah.
That's why you had Willow.
The Black Hole came out in 1979.
Yeah, that was 2 years after Star Wars.
Krull, Ice Pirates.
Ice
Pirates.
Space herpes.
Ice Pirates is one of my. That's another one that's up there for me, man. I watched that movie like 5 or 6 times as a kid, and like, let me tell you, the part where the guys are on the conveyor belt and they're like.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that and the space herpes.
Yeah, that scared the hell out of me, dude. I had nightmares about like these big metal chompers going for my privates.
Yeah.
Yeah, the same thing happened after Conan the Barbarian came out with fantasy movies. All of a sudden, like these there's like a whole flood of like really low budget fantasy movies that came out, like Deathstalker.
Yeah.
Well, that's
also
one of the
and,
that's one of the curses of Hollywood. If there's something successful, Hollywood immediately tries to remake it. And what's really sad is when the movie is entertaining and funny, like for example, Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy was a unmitigated success when it came out. It was like one of these. It was a much smaller budget. It wasn't a tentpole, and it became huge. And then Hollywood, especially Disney, said, "Okay, all of our superhero movies have to be silly, stupid movies from now on."
Yeah.
And I honestly think that killed the Thor franchise by having to do that. But it's because it's like John Wick was a success. Now they have to make all these different John Wick variations, and there's been several of them. That's Hollywood. Just what's that old machine that has the black paper you put on top of it, you trace it and you cut. Yeah, and they just make it over and over and over again.
Yeah,
Hollywood's not original anymore. They just, if one thing is successful, they make a billion of them.
KG says Time Bandits. That was another classic.
Yeah.
That's an effed up movie.
I loved it. I loved Time Bandits when I was a kid.
I don't think I've seen that.
It's good. Watch it.
I don't know if I'd say good.
Awesome. Well, to me, it was good. When I was like a little kid, I thought it was great.
Oh, it had some very
we're talking late
disturbing
70s
stuff.
Late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah.
Was that before? Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm kind of a fan of the early '80s stop motion features. With remember Clash of the Titans with
Sinbad.
No, not Sinbad.
Sinbad had stop motion in it. It was good, and not the cartoon with Brad Pitt.
No, I mean they had Jason.
You're talking about the Kraken.
Early stop motion.
Yeah.
And, King Kong.
Like Ray Harryhausen stuff.
Yeah, it was later they were better at it because the Medusa was all stop motion.
Yeah.
So it was at the height of stop motion. It was great, and I mean I like that far better than the remake that they made with Sam Worthington.
Yeah. Well, you can't beat like some things. It's not about just how technically smooth it looks. You know what I mean? Like we're not all hyped up on Avatar 2, even though it's probably one of the most technologically advanced movies ever made or whatever. But Clash of the Titans is a classic and it's legendary. And it doesn't matter if some of the claymation looks weird. It's brilliant. Like it's a brilliant movie. Like you can't beat Clash of the Titans, man.
Well, it was it had some originality tagged to it, not completely, but there was a lot of originality behind it. And I mean, as kids, I mean, I thought it was the greatest. I love the build up with the whole mission with the Medusa and all that. And
That was excellent, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that.
that whole scene was shot so well. Like where he has to like look in his shield.
Yeah. Like I remember being scared shitless when I was a little kid.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like the brother, oh god, the bad guy. I don't remember his name.
That was one guy that got his hand cut off, and he had like a trident for a hand.
Yeah. He was
cursed.
yeah, he was evil and he was mean, but he still had a sympathetic side.
No, he was cursed by the gods for something.
I don't remember.
Because remember the entire event was set off because they hailed this one girl's beauty to surpass the gods, and the gods were like, "What you say? What you say?"
That's right.
For that insult, you gotta sacrifice one of them chicks. Like it was Hera. Hera was kind of bitter behind that, and demanded that girl's life, and that set off that quest some type of way, whatever.
So good, man. So good. I'm still I'm not it's adjacent, movie adjacent, but I'm still working my way. I fell into the hole of watching a 1-to-1 real-time playthrough of Gods of War Ragnarok.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
good.
I've watched some of that. Yeah,
It's damn good.
yeah.
Like it's a freaking awesome movie, even though it's a game. Like it's really
I was in
good.
Walmart today, and I went looking to see if there happened to be a PlayStation 5 on the show.
I just got past
It's
the
worth
part.
buying a PlayStation just for it. I
Yeah.
just finished it last week.
Yeah, I mean,
And-
I was shocked that they did have Xboxes. I do want a new one. They had the Xbox Series X on the show.
I just got past
They
the
had the
part
X.
where they I just got
spoilers.
oh sorry, go for it. Sorry.
Just anyone listening, spoilers for God of War Ragnarok.
Oh yeah, spoilers. No, all I was gonna say is I just got. I'll try not to do too much of a spoiler. I just got past the part where they confronted Hell.
Oh, I haven't seen that part.
Oh, dude,
I've
holy
just
crap.
I've just seen up to where a little past where he fights Thor, the first time.
Okay, yeah.
Pretty early.
Dude, that character Thor too, I love.
Yeah, it's
Really good job with him.
yeah.
You got
I
Roma,
was
you seen
shocked
it?
at their version of Odin.
Yeah,
Like that was jarring. That was jarring.
It was really. It ends up being really good. you
Yeah.
know.
I have
We'll
seen the end boss fight.
Okay.
I have
Yeah,
seen
I
Don't
appreciate
spoil that.
their
That
take
was-
on. Yeah, I'll just talk about the character. I appreciated their take on the character because he's very clever in ways that aren't immediately apparent. You know, he's very tricky, which makes sense. You know,
yeah.
makes sense for the character.
I highly recommend it. Like, I think Andrew would dig it. Zach would dig it. Ramel, you would love it.
My friends are trying to get me into that. The Thor series. Even a young lady I know, she's really into that. I think she really wanted that game.
You can watch if you don't want to buy it. You can watch. I mean, I don't own a system, so I'm just watching a playthrough on YouTube.
Yeah, like find like Jacksepticeye's, playthrough and watch that.
Yeah,
One thing I'm a fan of is the character designs.
Yo, they're great.
Yeah, I mean, Hollywood really could note of certain character designs because it's like, just like the one before that with what was it? The Kratos had the fight with the stranger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought that
Yeah.
was an awesome fight.
Yeah, that fight's amazing.
You know what? It's gotten to where I prefer stories from video games to a lot of movies these days.
Because the writing is better.
Yeah, dude. Rockstar has abandoned and butchered Red Dead Online, but if you want an amazing story experience, play Red Dead 2.
Yeah, that game's incredible.
I promise you, Red Dead 2, Red Dead Redemption 2, will tear your heart out at the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
It is heartbreaking.
It's so good. Yeah, that game was incredible.
And I even guessed it while I was playing the game what was going to happen. Something that was going to happen. I was just like, as soon as I saw something, I was just like, oh no.
The crazy thing to me, man, is like I'm watching this. It's a 15-hour game, and I'm watching it like I'm watching just someone play it like straight through, just the cuts. So you're seeing everything without like commentary from a YouTuber or something. So you actually really are just watching the story unfold. And what's crazy to me, and I remember watching this a video game that came out years ago. They were talking to the lead writer, and it dawned on me after listening to this guy talk, about how big the script is for these things. So like, I don't know how big the script is for this, but the one that I was watching years ago, they were talking about the script had to be a little over 10,000 pages, because it was 10,000. I think it was like 10,000 pages. Because it's like when they're running and they're talking and they're kind of like slowly evolving the relationships while you're doing your grind, you know what I mean? Like while you're grinding on different missions, like all that stuff has to be scripted out. It's not an hour and a half movie, it's a 15-hour movie.
Yes.
Right? It's not like 100 pages, it's thousands and thousands and thousands of pages.
Yeah.
You know? It's crazy.
Yeah.
So I have mad props for like, you think this is hard? Holy crap! Try to write a video game. You know,
I can't imagine it.
Another because like I say, I'm on YouTube a lot. Just studying story telling the whole process and that, which I'm a fan of. And one of the things I look up is I came across was you look up the origin of certain characters. Like they have an origin of Optimus Prime, where they tell his origins and stuff like that. And video game characters, like where this character came from and how he developed to where he is now. Like that, like a complete timeline. It is so amazing.
Yeah, what was it? The Fight for Cybertron or whatever it was. What was that last Transformers movie where they looked like G1, but the graphics of the game were so freaking good?
Okay, yeah, the one that it was meant to be a sequel to G1. That
it
game,
was, it was a game. It was a PS. What was it?
It was like a PS4 game or PS3 or something, and it looked like G1 Transformers.
Yeah, but it was. Let's see if I can just find the name of it.
I don't think they've ever created the magic from G1 Transformers. They've come close, but they still haven't created that original magic. It's just something about that early animation at that particular time that was just so profound.
Yeah, it's the Cybertron series. There's like Fall of Cybertron, War for Cybertron. I don't remember which one that I saw, but it's like you're on Cybertron, and the graphics are just top notch, and it's like it's so good. Maybe it was the Fall of Cybertron. No, because the Fall of Cybertron was 9 years ago, so it might not have been that. But man, so good, so good.
Really, if you go on YouTube, just look up the origins of certain G.I. Joe characters. Like look up the origin of Cobra Commander. It'll tell you so much about Cobra Commander, and they'll do a comparison in the anime and the actual comic series. They're not the same. They're not the same origins though, but they'll give you a really rich history about it. It's like, wow, his total, just like him as a character, is fleshed out so very well.
Oh yeah, the Marvel comic G.I. Joe was way better than the cartoon. I loved the cartoon, don't get me wrong, but the story's way better.
Well, Well, the comic, yes, but the best or one of the finer moments in the animation is remember when they did the G.I. Joe movie, and they told you that origin version of Cobra Commander.
Cobra Law.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
And he was experimenting. He got exposed to those spores, and it deformed his. I thought, God, I was like, wow.
I love that movie. I mean, that and then in the Transformers movies from the 80s.
Yeah.
I bawled my eyes out when I think everyone bawled their eyes out when Optimus Prime.
Oh, it was crushing. It was soul crushing.
Honestly, I like the second one better with Bruce Willis. I mean, come on.
Oh God.
Wait, what?
He's being a douche.
Talking about the live action ones.
Oh God, dude. Damn.
The live action. Wait, the live action what?
G.I. Joe. They're terrible.
Oh,
Well, the first one had one of the Wayans brothers and
They're hot.
Magic Mike. Yeah.
That was Marlon Wayans and Channing.
Yeah, and then the second one had The Rock and
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis. Yeah, I knew I was getting there. Oh, by the way, this new Transformers movie, Optimus Primal is voiced by Ron Perlman.
I won't watch it.
Oh, well, that's fine.
Well,
Optimus Prime is still voiced by Peter Cullen, but
I'm sorry, Peter Cullen. If it's not Peter Cullen, it's blasphemy.
yeah, well, for Optimus Prime, he's doing that voice. And by the way, the bad guy, the main bad guy they list in IMDb, it's not Megatron, at least so far. It's Scourge, and it's Peter Dinklage doing his voice.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
That's actually pretty cool.
Guess who's doing the voice of Mirage?
Who?
Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson is doing
the voice of Mirage.
I'm out. I ain't watching that.
And there's no Shia LaBeouf. There's no what's his name? Marky Mark isn't in this. So it's a whole new human cast, but it's nobody. I mean, nobody anybody cares about.
I think where they really lost it, and in a lot of Hollywood movies, they cast a lot of A-listers. So when you have an A-lister in the cast, it kind of gives it away because he's there for a reason.
Yeah. Well, this one's got Michelle Yeoh in it, so. But she's it says Maximal Arizar.
Well,
So
she's awesome. Should be in more things, so
yeah.
I'm good with that.
Mm-hmm.
And the female robot is RC. But there's also a bad version called Nightbird, who's in this one, who actually transforms into a car. But she's pretty awesome looking too.
Have you guys? KG says, "No, Megan Fox. I'm out."
That's understandable.
God.
Understandable.
Just don't photograph her thumb. Keep her thumb away from the camera.
Also, in the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 trailer, Todd.
Yeah.
Do you remember in the original Rocket Raccoon series by Mike Mignola, there was a lot of different animals?
Yeah.
Okay. He wasn't the only one, you know? In the trailer, there's a brief scene in which he's hugging an otter. So that's kind of exciting in the fact that they may be bringing in parts of that story into his origin.
That's pretty cool.
So yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool. That I just discovered they I'm interested. Okay, this is interesting only because none of us talked about it. I guess Disney dropped the Indiana Jones trailer today.
I was about to bring that up.
Oh boy.
I have not watched that.
I'm scared.
I can't buy Indiana Jones at that age doing anything.
Well, I'm afraid he's not.
I
gonna
love
be
Harrison
doing it.
Ford, but I'm with you.
Right, they should have just recast the part, be done with it. I mean, get what's his face? The guy who played Star-Lord.
Chris Pratt?
Yeah, get Chris Pratt. Get Chris Pratt to do it. I mean, he can. I would have bought him as an Indiana Jones. I mean, there's all kinds of weird rumors going on the internet about what they're planning on doing with that, and at this point, I pretty much assume that anything Disney touches, they have like the reverse Midas touch. You know, King Midas, everything he touched turned to gold. Everything Disney touches turns to the exact opposite of gold, like lead or rust or excrement.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna. I don't. There's some. As I said, they got some weird. There's some very weird rumors about what's going on with the next indie movie, and what they're doing is they're like doing what they did with Robert De Niro in The Irishman and the Netflix. You know, they de-aging him digitally so that he looks younger. The problem is that even though he looks like a 30-year-old man, he still moves like a man in his 80s. I mean, so the effect's kind of ruined. And yeah,
They're de-aging
Harrison Ford. They're using the same technology they did with Mark Hamill in The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Or Robert De Niro in The Irishman. That's what I heard. Is that they're digitally de-aging him to look like he did back in the original movie. The problem is that with guys like that is that he may be like 30 years old on the screen, but the actual actor is still an 80-year-old man. So when he moves, it's obvious that he's not.
Oh right, he's looking a little like right. He just looks like a really messed up young man.
Yeah. Like a young guy with a lot of stiff muscles.
All right, I just watched the trailer. I'm looking forward to it.
Wait, you just watched the trailer to
Indiana Jones 5
So
on the Dial of Destiny. There's a throwback scene at the very end where he's in a room at a table and there's a whole bunch of bad guys around. He takes out a whip and he's like whoosh, whoosh, slashing it around, tells everybody, get back. And then he's standing there and all of a sudden everybody pulls out a gun. It's like, oh, that's funny as shit.
There's a funny story in the original Indiana Jones movie. Remember that scene where he's looking for Lois Lane, the girl?
Mm-hmm.
Where this one guy, the guy breaks out this big ass sword, and he's just looking at the guy. Next thing, he pulls out a revolver and shoots him.
Yep.
Originally, he was supposed to fight that guy, but
Yep.
they said Harrison Ford had got dysentery so bad to where they had to change it to where it's like instead of him fighting that guy, he just shot him.
Yep.
It's a better move, better shot. Better move.
Yeah.
I think that actually worked better. It's more practical. Like, yeah, I would definitely do that.
Mm-hmm.
But I was saying that to make this point. The original, if you watch it and pay attention to the original Raiders of the Lost Ark, that is such not a perfect film, but God, was it well conceived, directed, and executed. It was a great movie.
80s, a lot of 80s cinema, a lot of the 80s movies were masterful and shot for shot master storytelling. Like the screenwriters were on point, the directors were on point, the editors were on point. Like they like some of the average 80s movies are still brilliant. You know what I mean? Like if you ever look at like Romancing the Stone and all that kind of stuff, like
not seen that.
Romancing the Stone, classic. You know, it's not like it's just kind of like an embedded 80s movie. You know what I'm saying? It's got
I get it.
Yeah, just like, well, it's like or like Splash, like some of these classic 80s like original stories that they were telling. They just, I don't know, man. I don't know what the hell happened to like talent in the last 30 years. You know? When we talk about it in comics, like everyone just kind of moved on or some shit. But yeah, Ramel's like just money. But
yeah,
I don't know, man. It doesn't
Ramel,
seem like there's a lot of talent out there anymore.
Have you heard the fan theory that in Indiana Jones and the original one, Raiders of the Lost Ark, that had Indiana Jones not been in the movie at all, everything would have still happened exactly the way it happened in the movie?
I have not heard that fan theory.
Yeah, because if you follow the story, you follow the plot, if you remove Indiana Jones from the story, everything would have gone along the same exact path. He was literally there just to be there to see it happen. He did not have any effect on anything that happened in the story. Like in the end, where they find the lost ark and they open it up, and everybody, whether Indiana Jones was there or not, didn't make a difference.
Yeah, the Nazis still would have found it, and they still would have died.
Yeah, everything would have happened exactly the way it happened, whether he was there or not.
I kind of disagree, based on the scene where remember they go to what is it, Nepal or something, where he finds the girl Miriam,
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the medallion, right?
in her dive in the Nazi interrogator.
Yeah, and he gets it by burning it into his hand. But had Indiana Jones not been there, they would have gotten it from her anyway.
But remember
what? They still got it.
I said I got to think on that. I really gotta think.
Yeah. If you think about it, everything that happened in the movie that led up to the end would have happened whether Indiana Jones was there or not.
That's fascinating. I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, I mean it's an interesting thing.
Because no, wait. Because remember when he had the original the thing, and it had the inscription on the back, and the Nazis only had the front. So that allowed Indy and his men to dig in the right place. Because remember, he put the staff in that one temple that showed them where the ark was buried. That was him by itself.
Yeah, but they would have gotten it anyway.
How so?
If Indiana Jones wasn't there to rescue Miriam from the Nazis, they would have gotten it from her anyway. And then they ended up having it. They had the front part of it. But they would eventually have figured it out and gotten it correct.
Possibly, but
they had the manpower, though. Think about it. They had the manpower. They had a whole group of people out there.
What about? Okay, so KG says he needed the medallion to show where the ark was located. What about the shot where he's actually lining up using the medallion? Yeah, with the light and the beam.
That's what I'm talking about. He was in that one room where a certain time of day that the light would hit the jewel.
Right.
It illuminated the burial place.
He found where the thing was, right?
Yeah, he found the right burial place, and it was in the wrong one. But remember, the Nazis discovered the right burial because they took so long to dig into it. And that one guy was like, "Oh wait, hey, look, they over there digging. Let's go see what they're digging."
Because you remember when Indy's there and his group of people are digging in the quote unquote right spot, the Nazis had already been there and had already started digging. They had a more massive production of digging. They were already looking. They were in the area. They were going to find it eventually, to be honest with you. So
that's a big ass desert.
Yeah, but when they got out of it, they were literally like right around the corner. You know, it wasn't that difficult to find. So,
but one thing I loved was when they was the setup, because remember
towards my theory, it's a fan theory. Yeah.
Well, yeah, fan theories are fan theories. There's some more fan theories I'll go into later, but what I liked was this how well they set that up, because him and one of the other professors, they're talking about saying, hey, look, we've intercepted a communique from whatever, and they translate saying we found it, and they went like the lost city of such and such and such. So they really did their research going into that movie, because all that is relevant stuff like in the Bible and stuff like that. So they really did their research on that movie to give you a really quality product.
Well, I saw the trailer. I'm looking forward to it. We'll see what it looks. We'll see it.
Let me talk.
A lot of action, a lot of cut scenes, so there's not a lot of close. There's like one scene where you see him like far off, like silhouette, running across the top of a train, and I'm looking at it going, "That's not Harrison Ford.
As a body,
that's not Harrison Ford doing that." But yeah,
it's got to be a body double.
It's all right.
But since we're talking about fan theories, let me toss one right back at you. There's this one fan theory saying that everybody's familiar with Peter Pan, correct?
Sure.
Even the other guys, y'all are not up on.
I've
They
seen Peter.
don't. They,
Sure.
they, Romel,
Yeah,
they don't
I've seen
matter.
Peter Pan,
You're just
obviously.
talking to me and Todd. They don't matter. They're on mute. They don't matter.
Okay. So one of the fan theories is that Peter Pan is actually the angel of death, that the children have died, and that Peter Pan is there to take them to carry them from, say, carry them into limbo, which is a place where unbaptized children or babies go and stuff like that. That's where this land is. And that Captain Hook and his crew, they've died at sea. And it's like they all meet at this one this place in limbo. And that's where they're interacting or something like that, where saying Peter Pan is actually a bad guy or whatever.
I can see that.
I'm trying to think now. I mean,
Interesting.
it doesn't seem impossible. I'm just trying to I'm trying to remember how that would look, like what that would, how that would.
Peter Pan flies in, and he takes the children to Neverland.
So
Yeah, but he
Neverland
also-
is heaven or hell or something like that.
So that, yeah,
More
but
like purgatory.
Purgatory.
well, yeah, or purgatory or limbo. It's like a place. It's not. It's between heaven and hell. It's like a waiting place or something like that. But yeah, he carries them off to this land. But since they're children, you know, the appeal is that, hey, you have this land where you never grow up. You're young forever.
I
So-
like it better that way.
I just watched the Indiana Jones trailer.
What'd you think?
Terrible. Dude, there's this one scene, dude, where he's on a horse and his head looks like it's just copied and pasted on top of someone else. Like it looked like you did it in MS Paint. It looks awful.
We'll have to. I'm gonna have to look at it after the stream.
Dude, it's when you see that scene, dude, of him on a horse, it's in a suit it's just so jarring.
That makes me sad, but it also doesn't surprise me.
It's I've seen people do better deep fakes as trolls. It's pretty bad.
This still is just a trailer, you know? They can fix a lot of these things.
Then why show that?
Well, they put out a trailer.
Yeah, they show unfinished stuff in the trailer all the time.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but it looked
Happens a lot.
awful. It's pretty jarring when you see it.
Yeah, I fell off from Indiana Jones since the first one was awesome. Second was Temple of Doom.
Yes.
What was the third one?
Last Crusade.
That was the Sean Connery.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm fine with all those.
And then the Crystal Skull. And then this one's called Dial of Destiny.
The one that lost me was the alien one.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's the skulls.
It's unwatchable. I've never seen it all.
I have no intent of watching that.
It was really bad.
The
I heard in one of the interviews they were talking about how it was like Indiana Jones' introduction to the atomic age. You know, the part where he's at the atomic site and he hides into a refrigerator, and when he comes out of the refrigerator, he sees like the mushroom cloud. That was like Indiana Jones, welcome to the atomic age. So,
Oh, that's right.
it's kind of cool, but you don't have to like it. Hey, this one's got the bad guys from World War II in it, so you should be happy.
I mean, it is very Indiana Jones when he's like going against the bad guys from World War II. You can't.
what was the
It does
time
add a plus.
at, like, what, 1930s? The time period in which Indiana Jones takes place.
This, I don't remember exactly, but this movie kind of jumps around. It looks like it jumps around time-wise, so with the younger versions of him. But there's one scene at the beginning where somebody's riding a motorcycle and they've got on a modern day type helmet. So at least that's what it looks like. Yeah, it looks like 60s, maybe 50s. The cars.
Oh, right. Well, it's supposed to be a little further in, right? Like he's supposed to be in his 80s or whatever. So
Yeah, I thought Sylvester Stallone went past his prime with the last Rambo movie.
It wasn't a horrible movie, but it was a horrible movie.
I refuse to watch it.
It's one of those movies that you watch once and you're like, I don't have to watch that again.
Yeah.
Reminds me of what was the one with Nick Cage, 8mm. That's one of those ones you watch one time and that's it. I'm done.
I've seen that movie a bunch of times.
Really?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's because you like weird stuff like that.
No, 8mm was a fantastic movie. That was a great film.
I remember I never got to see 8mm. I heard it was excellent.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It was a I want to say early Joaquin Phoenix.
Okay.
Well, maybe I'm thinking of a different movie. Is that the one where they're watching like the snuff film?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they're watching another snuff film and they realize it's the same woman in both of them. And they're like, oh, thank God. Because they're like thinking, oh my gosh, this is really happening. This is really a film with somebody killing somebody. And it wasn't.
Is that
Yeah.
the spoiler?
James Gandolfini's in it. And Peter Stormare. They're both in it.
Mm.
You do know Peter Stormare. I'm butchering his last name, I'm pretty sure. You do know who he is, right?
I have no idea then.
Nope.
If you
You
don't
do.
even know his name, forget
Yeah.
it.
You do. Remember Constantine?
Yes. Did you hear they greenlit Constantine too? Keanu Reeves?
Yeah.
But the guy that played Satan at the very end, that
Yes.
character, that's Peter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen him in a bunch of stuff. He's always.
Yeah, he's
a lot of
the
times
Mar-
he plays a crazy Russian.
He was the Marlboro Man in Fargo.
Yes,
Yes.
Fargo.
Yes.
Excellent movie.
Yep. The series is even better.
I have not.
Oh, the first season was great. The second season was absolutely fantastic.
They have more than
Third-
one.
There's like 5 seasons out. Yeah. The 5th season was a little like you got to the end and you're like, why should I care? But in the earlier seasons, like season 1 was just really good. It's got Billy Bob Thornton as the bad guy. Oh, freaking A, it's awesome. The second season, which was what's so funny is in the first season, the two main characters, there's like their dad is like a cop, a retired cop, and he tells you this story, or briefly tells you a story where like back in my days this incident happened and it was crazy. Well, the second series is actually him as a young man. It focuses on that entire storyline that thing that happened. And once you realize that, you're like, oh, freaking A, this is awesome, because they interconnect the stories, and that was great. The first two. The third season went on its own, but the first two were great.
They tell the movie in a series format from a different perspective.
Nope. There's very little reference to there is a bit of reference to the movie, but it's not when you first start watching the TV series, you think it's the movie being told, but it's just got similar aspects to it. It has, I don't want to say it has nothing to do with the movie, because it does, but the part that has to do with the movie, it's completely separate from the main story.
KG says Fargo, yeah, and then Galaxy Rider says show was great.
Yep.
And then KG, just going back once or twice, he said what about Tinkerbell for the Peter Pan reference, and then he was wanting to know thoughts on the new Ant-Man and Wasp.
Tinkerbell obviously is an angel. She's there to help guide them.
Oh.
Argue. very arguable because, huh?
I love how
Ant-Man
stumped
and
everyone
Wasp.
is by this.
Ant-Man and Wasp, it looks like it could be fun. I don't see why people are making a big thing about what's his name being in it. The guy from Ghostbusters, Bankman. It's just another cameo of somebody. It's not important.
Venkman was Bill Murray, wasn't it?
Yeah, Bill Murray.
Because was it Bill Murray or Dan Aykroyd? Which one was Venkman?
Bill Murray.
Bankman was Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Aykroyd was Stance, and Egon Spengler was played by the late Harold Ramis, and Ernie Hudson played Zedmore.
Okay.
I know this because I watched the Ghostbusters, part two yesterday.
That one actually was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was better. It was better than the first remake.
The toys sold for crap, but oh well.
Yeah, the original Ghostbusters, I loved it.
Nah, it was a great idea. It was pretty original material.
Mm-hmm.
Now I actually like them attempting to do a second Ghostbusters with Evolution, with what's his name, David Duchovny.
Oh God, that movie's funny.
It's hilarious, but
Yeah,
I
love that movie. It's really funny.
Bombed.
What, Evolution?
Yeah, but it's good.
It's a fun ride. It's fun.
The only thing I remember about the movie Evolution was the part where Orlando Jones, he's laying on the table and he's got infected with something and is on his legs, like something going to have to amputate the leg. It's like, don't take my leg. Like, wait, it's moving towards his crotch. Like, no, take
the leg. Yeah, that movie's pretty funny, man. I like it.
Yep.
And they kill the alien with the dandruff shampoo.
I
The last good David Duchovny movie.
It's so funny. Oh
Californication was a good show.
Yeah, it was a good show.
One of the last David Duchovny cameos was in Zoolander.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, he had a small part, but it's crazy. He was because Zoolander was this total oblivious face and body model.
Yeah.
But before that, you had hand models, which was David Duchovny, and he had his hand like in a cryogenic like case, so it'll remain like timeless.
Oh, that was Duchovny.
Oh my God!
I never connected that. I didn't realize that was him.
Yes, that's what happened. Really, he had that glass hand. He had it well preserved in that one glass case.
So funny. MK says, I can see Julie Andrews as the angel of death. And it says which is very funny. And it says if they pull off MODOK, it'll be worth it. MODOK I always thought MODOK could be a cool character if they pulled it off right.
Yeah. Any character can with the right script, with the right story.
As long as Sony doesn't do it, Sony will totally kill any vision whatsoever. Sony is the death knell to Marvel, basically.
Yeah.
They have very limited success. Think about it. Sony has they did the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Spider-Man 1, yes.
1 and 2 are really good.
I did not totally like. I'm very unpopular for this. I did not totally like the Green Goblin. I did not like the Green Goblin.
Really?
I love Willem Dafoe. I really do. Great actor, great range. I did not like the Green Goblin.
Do you remember the daughter from Californication with David Duchovny?
Not offhand.
His daughter? in
Yeah,
the
well,
show?
the daughter in the show, yeah,
Yeah.
she also played Shelley from Hemlock Grove.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, I love that series too. There was a weird twist,
It-
but
I don't know.
I liked it because it was different. Same thing with like Penny Dreadful, you know,
Penny Dreadful
it was
really
different. It was good.
I liked Penny Dreadful. I like where they were going with it.
Has
They-
anybody seen the remake, the relaunch that they did?
Good. No.
No, me
No.
neither. It only lasted one season, so.
They probably butchered it.
Flint, what's the last show you watched?
Oh God. Honestly, I'm rewatching Dragon Ball Z right now.
My guy. That's my guy.
I've been rewatching the new one,
What Dragon Ball?
Super.
They have another one after that because they beat that guy Moro. They have another one they're fighting Granola.
I don't know. I've been whatever Dragon Ball Super that's on Hulu. I've been rewatching.
Yeah, I'm behind on Super though. But I really think the that series kind of peaked after the Cell saga. I didn't care for the Majin Buu saga.
Yeah.
Well, that's all Z.
Yeah.
I'm finally catching up on the series Preacher. I saw the first season and absolutely loved it, and never watched a single episode after that.
It's okay. It's okay. It's not terrible.
Yeah, I'm on the fourth season right now. I'm like right in the middle of it, so it's almost over. But
Yeah.
I'm amazed at how much they followed the comics. They went out of order, but they're following the comics pretty well. So it's pretty cool.
Some of it.
Yeah.
Actually, my recommendation for a good series, if you can get on a bootleg streaming service, is called The Terminal List.
That was awesome.
I
Yeah, it was
heard
good.
that was
I
good.
only watched the first episode, but a coworker, he laid out the synopsis so good. I was like, you know what? I got to go home and watch that. The way that's structured and the way that the story was written and what happens in the first episode, God, that is that.
So Ramel, you haven't seen the whole the whole series yet?
I've not seen the entire series. I saw the first episode
Mm-hmm.
where they were sent into that trap, and I think it was like maybe shortly after the funeral.
Yeah.
I haven't seen where he starts putting two and two together.
It is really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It gets pretty brutal, but I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I heard my coworker says it's based on a book.
Yeah.
Now, so without spoilers, and I hate to ask you this, but the part where he nails that guy to the tree, is that in the series?
You want me to tell you?
I'll just say yes. Is it?
Kind of.
Okay.
If it's the same shot that I'm thinking of. Are you talking about the drug dealer?
Nah, the Smalling testing.
Yes.
Oh, it is in the series?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah.
I heard.
Yeah. KG says, and the peripheral. What's the peripheral? I don't know that one.
I saw the
I just started. I did watch the first episode of that.
What is that?
Yeah, what is that about?
I don't know yet.
I'm,
it's one of those things.
I'm
It's kind of a
gonna
slow show. I watched the first episode and it seemed interesting. It's like, at least in the first episode, there's like they're like getting jobs in like a virtual metaverse-y kind of thing.
Oh, cool.
They're like doing crimes or something. I'm not really sure where it's going though. I suspect it's going somewhere else, but I don't know. It
Interesting.
seemed good. I watched the first episode and I was like, yeah, I'll watch this when I have time.
MK says Peripheral is based off of William Gibson's book.
Is it? I didn't
Really?
realize it
Well,
was
that's a
a-
win for me, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That
I
William
have to
gives
bump that up on my to-do list. Though.
Yeah. And then MK also said earlier that rumor has it that MODOK is going to be in the Ant-Man and Wasp movie because the toy was accidentally released.
Whoops.
That's happened before. Accidentally release a toy too soon. And it's
Yeah,
spoiled.
always.
Honestly, I think toys kind of destroy the release of a movie. It kind of cheapens it to me.
When they're especially if they're out before the movie is.
Yes.
Yeah.
You see it's like, oh.
It's like you kind of see the cash grab.
Well, I'll never
Yeah.
understand how they didn't have the toys ready to go for Baby Yoda before Mandalorian.
Oh, they did that on purpose, though.
Did they?
Yeah, they did that on purpose. They held that back in order for people to be surprised on the show. But they screwed themselves because they didn't have merchandise out there when all of a sudden it became the most popular thing in the world. They
Right.
didn't have merchandise out there. But they did that on purpose. They were trying to keep that under wraps.
It's like basically
Good on them, you know.
Yep.
you have demand but no supply.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then it's like when you put the toy out before the movie, you have a supply, but the demand is not there.
Right.
They took a gamble on it, and I think in the long term it worked. So, because there's still people out there that go crazy for Baby Yoda stuff.
Oh, my kids love Baby Yoda.
Yep.
They look at like normal Yoda and they call it Yoda Baby Yoda. Etsy he says Etsy outsold Disney for months until they released. Yeah. That's I bet a bunch of indie artists made a fortune.
Yeah.
You know. But-
Did anybody here see the animated series, the one that they just released, Tales of the Jedi?
I have not.
No.
It's a very interesting
I haven't
series.
heard of
It like fills the gap in between several stories. It tells stories about different Jedi, and it's all stuff that you probably knew, but they never showed you in the movies. Like there's a scene where what's his name? Count Dooku, before he becomes Count Dooku, goes into the archives and he deletes all the information about the Camino planet. That's actually in the animated series where they show him going in there and doing that. And there's this one episode in which Dooku, it's before he becomes Dooku, he's a Jedi Knight or Master or whatever, and he's meeting up with Sidious, and Yaddle, who is the female version of Yoda that was on the council, follows him, and he battles her, and is a very heart-wrenching ending to that scene because she never reappears again after her first appearance in episode 1. So it's a story that takes place between episode 1 and episodes 2, and because she's not there, and people were like, "Where'd she go?" And they were like, "Well, she's gone," but they never told the story of what happened to her. And in this animated series, they tell you what happened to her, and it's kind of sad. But it was like there's like one episode in which Dooku is like Qui-Gon Jinn's master, and the two of them are going to a planet and they're trying to, stop something. Or actually, no, there was like a politician's son was kidnapped or something, and they're trying to save him. And there was another episode. There was one episode which I don't know how it reacts or how it affects the story, but Ahsoka. I guess at some point in the Rebels series or Clone Wars series, it's after Order 69 takes place, and Romel probably knows this one, or 66, or whatever the number is, where one of her
Order 69 was a different movie, bro.
One of her
That's the porn
clone
parody.
troopers is like taking her into. Did he go off camera to go do something? Is that what's happening right now? Well, suppose in the end of the episode, there's a scene where it's after that order's been given, and Ahsoka is being taken into like a room filled with clone troopers by one of her clone troopers, and she's like,
Or maybe this is Order 69. Keep going.
it's like he tells her, says, hopefully your training, you made you ready for this moment. But the whole episode was about her being surrounded by troopers all firing at her and having to protect herself.
Firing what?
Oh my god.
I'm out, Todd. That's if I have to go into those details, I'm done.
No, please continue.
It was there the entire time. I got a headache.
It's a lot like the Harry meme.
I got a headache. God
Got
damn.
this, man. Order 69. Adult fantasy canon.
I could actually write that.
I bet you could.
I could write that. No problem. I could write that in a few hours.
Look, we broke Andrew. He took like he look at him. He took the head.
I'll be right back. I gotta go get some water.
Oh my god. We broke him. Hey, he's going to go get some water. This would be a great time for us to end the show and just like
Perfect.
Just leave. He comes back. He's the only one on the stream.
Yeah. We should. Maybe we should. It's we did good tonight. It was great, man. This was fun. We'll continue this in the green room, of course. But yeah, welcome back. Thanksgiving. We you know what?
Nothing got done.
Some nights, but but nothing got technically done, but everything got done because it's about getting the mind right and like having fun and relaxing and all this stuff helps. You know what I mean? Like all this stuff helps put the stories and scripts and ideas together. I mean, how else would we come up with Order 69 as the next?
I'm so glad I could derail the entire stream with my opening.
You did a very good job of it, Andrew.
No, you know where it started? It started with Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine Bear.
That really, yeah, that one set us off.
I blamed Cocaine Bear for derailing everything.
Todd brought it up, but it was on my mind the entire time because I sure was going to drop it.
Yeah,
I should drop it.
I was very impressed.
I'm going to go share that one with the wife.
Mad props to everyone who allowed that movie to exist. Like it doesn't even matter how good or bad it is; it's already a classic just because of the title and the trailer.
Yeah,
And it looks like it has an actual budget, which blows my mind.
Yeah.
Get this, it's the same directors as like the Lego Movie and 21 Jump Street. Like it's actual directors.
So funny.
No, because they do have some quality actors in it. Like I said, Ray Liotta was in it. One of the guys I recognized from The Wire, he was in it. Played Clay Davis.
Yep.
Kerry Russell.
Yep.
I have no idea who Kerry Russell is. I'm pretty sure if I saw her, I'd be like, okay.
She was Felicity, The Americans, the last Star Wars movie. No? All right.
Oh, speaking of which, Andrew, did you happen to finish Spartacus?
I've seen it before a while ago. Many years ago, I saw the whole series.
Oh, the series. You were the one watching the Spartacus series.
No, it wasn't me.
Me. It was. I was going to. I haven't started yet. You recommended it. I haven't had a chance to.
I really recommend it. It's
Lucy Lawless naked. That's all you need to know.
Sam Raimi produced his company.
Lucy Lawless naked.
Yeah. If I haven't said it before, I'll say it again. There's plenty of scenes where she's taking a bath and the water line stops right under her breast. So you get full
as
it is.
Yes.
That's where all water lines should stop.
You know what show I thought she was great in?
Dude.
Parks and Recreations.
Oh.
She played what's his name's girlfriend. Yeah, she was the guy. I forgot what his name is. She was his girlfriend.
Lucy.
Yeah.
Comic Book Girl 19 posted some pictures the other day on Instagram where she's skinny dipping in a pool, crystal clear water. You can see.
Really?
Oh yeah, and it's on Instagram. I'm like, how is this not deleted or flagged? I'm not reporting it, but still.
Can you screenshot that?
Just go on
Oh my
Instagram
God.
and look for Comic Book Girl 19.
Okay.
I'm glad we're all still
Anna-
like 15.
Yeah, absolutely.
It never changes.
Danica
You
19 is
yeah.
what she goes by now.
Yeah. Word up. Anyway, I'm gonna call it. This is great. Awesome. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, everybody, from a little Thanksgiving break. We got a little bit of everything tonight, which is great. Do not forget, tune in tomorrow night. We'll be doing the Comic Nerd Den. We'll just continue this conversation, apparently. So tomorrow night, definitely show up. It's going to be 8:00 p.m. Eastern time.
Get your
Also,
Origin comics.
That's right. Or also, do not forget to get your Origin comics. Origin comic #1. In fact, I'm gonna do one bit of promoing. Is that a thing?
Sure.
Promoing really quick.
Promoting.
So come on over to origins.adultfantasy.io, and you've got just some awesome information. And I have said it before. I will say it again. Also, credit to Flint for actually figuring out how to embed the actual NFT player and in the basically the game engine inside of a web page, which is pretty dope. I love this. I've been playing with it. Like, I love it. I love being able to mess with it inside of a web browser. Pretty awesome. But definitely, if you haven't burned your comic, go for it. Get that original comic #1, that Devoid cover that Avery did. It's freaking amazing. There's 2 exclusive variant covers. One hasn't been revealed yet. We will reveal it soon. Also, Avery's super rare B cover, which is freaking badass. Also, if you buy 3 of them, it's not for the mint one, it's not for the burn one, but if you buy 3, you get a legendary chromium cover. That's Avery's from Avery cover A. If you buy 5, you get legendary chromium, the Todd edition. That you get that airdrop to you. And if you buy 10, you'll get the mythic blacklight edition airdrop to you as well. And we did mention, and I will go ahead and mention this to you guys as well. There may be a secret airdrop for, I don't know, the top few people that actually get to the height, get to the top and mint the most. Also, the top 14 people who mint the most, if you go over here, you can check. You go to the leaderboard, because props to Melissa for inventing this. If you get on this leaderboard, there are 14 original art pieces available to you. So these are the one-of-ones, the original art one-of-one NFTs that Avery drew, because Avery draws a mix of digital and physical. So these are the originals. The digital ones are the originals. So you will be able to own it. So I highly recommend you hop over. The sale will be going on for just a few more days. We will be ending it very, very soon. We have a couple more teasers, a couple more things to reveal, and then we're going to call it quits. I can't wait. I'm going to own a few of these. I'm going to buy them. I can't even front. But go over to origins.adultfantasy.io. Pick it up today. You will not regret it. They are freaking awesome. And with that, we're going to say good night from the Lore Games, and take care. God bless. Love you guys. See you over in Discord, and see you guys tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern time for the Nerd Den or Misfit Corner. We still have to figure out what we want to call it. But it's basically us chilling out and talking about comics and movies and all kinds of nerd stuff, kind of like what we did tonight.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, thank you all so much. Love you all as always. And peace out.